Okay.
Yes, hello?
Okay. Okay, we are live right now.
What do you mean my bank account's been overdrawn?
Okay.
I can promise you I've never been to fucking Malaysia. These days I can barely afford it.
Okay, here we go. We're live right now. Okay. Okay. Hello guys, how is everyone here? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great weekend. I'm gonna do a nice stream today. Well, it's the day after the 9-year anniversary, but didn't get a chance to do one yesterday because of my my documentary, which I hope that you guys like my documentary last night that I posted. Worked on it all day. It's doing pretty good. The documentary's about to hit 30,000 views, so thank you everybody who stopped by to check it out. Okay. And anyone who needs help selling anything, just send me an invite. It was an amazing documentary. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, guys. Okay. Okay, okay, anyone who needs help selling anything, just send me an invite and I will help out. Yeah, well, GT Online grew big because of the constant large updates, so that was that. You're a legend. Thank you, man. Okay, just send me an invite, anyone who needs help with anything right now. If not, I can just sell some of my own stuff. I might just go to my, my arcade and just, do a resupply really quick. Here. Nice shirt, Pat. Also, amazing cosplay on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Thank you, man. And I have another part of Modern Warfare 3 that's going to be up a little bit later, and I did both Yuri and Agent Harkov's outfits, so that should be pretty interesting and cool. I have almost $77 million on this character. Yes, I'm doing Destroy All Humans. I'm sorry that I've been delayed with that. I just rushed out some of the Modern Warfare 3 parts, but I'll have another part of Destroy All Humans 3 tomorrow. I'm really sorry that I've been delayed on that, I really am. But I'll have another part of Destroy All Humans 2 tomorrow. Love your GT Online documentary. Well, thank you. Pro, what's your opinion on college? What I'll say is, what is it? Let me take a... What I'll say about college is, let me just, okay, there we go. College is, I guess, whatever you make of it. I personally don't think that you necessarily need college to be successful in life. Though, like a lot of people, a lot of people believe that if you don't go to college that you're somehow going to be a failure when that's not true. But it depends on really what you want to do. If you, like, certain fields you want to go into, like, you know, be a doctor or a lawyer, then yeah, you would need some college. But there's plenty of, you know, good jobs that you can get without college education.
Hey, Steve. How you doing, Heffa? So listen, my cousin...
Okay, good. I was getting scared it was the Hookies mission for a moment. At least it's the Auto Shop one. The Auto Shop one isn't as bad. What happened to your Red Dead stream? Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what was going on. I was having some internet issues.
Oh my God!
It just crashed. Do you have to go to college to be an officer? I'm pretty sure you don't. Basically, I think if you go to college, you can go to college to be for law enforcement. I did that. But I don't think, if you want to go higher up, like if you want to become like a detective, I'm pretty sure that you need some college. But if you want to just be a police officer, I don't think you need college, but you do need high school. If you do have college, it looks a little bit better on your resume, but I guess it would depend on the department, but I'm pretty sure you don't need college to be a police officer. Super chat system available in Thailand now, so this is my first time trying this one. I have a question. What weapon upgrade should I get in Far Cry 2? Thank you, Patrick, not Packy. And thank you, Bori, for sponsoring the channel. I like to buy the AK-47 early on in Far Cry 2, and the reason I like the AK-47 is because the AK-47 that you buy will not jam, and also on top of that, it's that, if you pick up the AK-47 that you find in the world can jam, but the one that you buy doesn't really jam, and so it's, you can also find a lot of AK ammo in the world, and so that's what I'll say about that.
What's up?
Wait. I think I went in the wrong place right now. But yeah, it's just, I would say, don't listen to those people that, like, there's like these crazy people that, like, just spread around this nonsense that if you don't go to college that you're gonna be a failure, and that's just not true. Oh, mugger. What the? Okay, bad time for this right now. Okay. Oh yeah, I used to watch the first 48. Yeah, some require college, but it's not. Damn, this is the one thing I hate about the auto shop job. Like when you go for get crates, because like right when you go in, there's barely any cover for you. So that's what I've always hated about that job. But yeah, it was I'll tell you something, like when I was in high school, there was these kids that like I was going to school with, and these kids were like damn. Let me get rid of this.
You're a big fucking germ. Show some fucking respect.
Okay. There's like a glitch in this mission where you cannot shoot them through that. I don't know why. But what I was saying is, so when I was going to high school, right? There was these kids that I was going to high school with, and it was actually a decent amount of these kids. But basically what happened was they were obsessed with like AP courses, which AP courses, where I went to school, AP courses are basically like a little bit more advanced. So they're like pretty much the same thing, but a bit more advanced and a bit harder. So it's like an advanced form of like social studies, math, like, science. And like the whole reason they were taking these AP courses, like they chose to take them, is because they were fully convinced that if they didn't take these AP courses that they were somehow going to not get into a good school. The AP courses just make high school harder, and they also do, it is also a bit harder to get a, you're almost always, it's much easier to get an A in a regular social studies than get A in, like, AP, for instance. AP would be like, an A would be like a B. I know some colleges recognize that, but basically these kids kept, like, saying, they kept saying that if you don't take the AP classes, you're not going to get into a good college. And what actually happened was, I was considering taking the AP classes, like I was, and so I wanted to take like a social studies AP. It was like the first week that I started like 12th grade. And like my social studies teacher told me, he said to me that he's like, don't bother with the AP classes. They're just gonna bring down your GPA. It's better to have a higher GPA. And he also told me, he said that you're one of the few people that actually enjoys history, and you make this class more interesting. And like a lot of other people don't care. So it's like he just told me like don't leave this class if you could stay here. And I said, okay, fine, I won't take the AP classes then. But the thing is, though, is that the kids who kept saying that they weren't going to get into a good college without the AP classes, I ended up going to the exact same college as them, and I went to a decent college. So it wasn't like it didn't happen like they said it was, and it was getting a bit annoying. Oh, sorry, Pierston. But yeah, it was just getting a bit annoying hearing college this, college that, and that's basically my whole answer to your question on college. It's, yeah, the annoying thing about this mission is the enemies have, like, the faster cars, and they'll chase you down. But I only got a mile drive. Do you think some high school classes are useless? I will tell you, yeah. I would agree some of them are. Like, I think philosophy is like the was probably the most useless class I took in high school. Like, really didn't teach me much. We didn't really learn much in philosophy. I'm not saying that philosophy as a whole is useless, but I was just saying that, like, when I took it in high school, it served no purpose for me, didn't help me at all. None of that stuff. And also, one of the stupidest things that I ever heard in philosophy class was when people were saying that, like, they were saying that there's no such thing as evil, and that evil is just like a human construct, and that's like one of the stupidest things that I've heard. Evil clearly exists. It's just you know, one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in philosophy. Okay, let me
You're fine, right? Sure.
Okay, let me help you then, Shimon. You need help with something? Okay, I'll help you out. Okay. Did I see Dream face reveal? I don't even know who Dream is. I'm assuming that's like a YouTuber. Were you in honors classes? Yes, I was in honors. So it was it always said honors under my thing. I had decent grades, so I wasn't AP in AP classes, but I did graduate with honors. I think honors, what is honors again? It was more of keeping a certain grade, right? That's what honors was. But when I did graduate, it said honors underneath I had decently high GPA. So I did good in high school. The one class I did struggle in was I struggled in math at times. Like, math I was never good in. Like, I would get A pretty much everything, like social studies, science, English, but like math I was just not too good in.
Okay, let's get it ready to ship. Shoes make the man.
Is community college good? It's okay. It's you know, I don't know. Some people think that community college is like bad. Like, no, I don't know why people think that.
Nope.
Let's get on over there then. 2.5 miles. Ah, no. Man, doing pretty good on that ride, and then I messed up there. Sorry about the crash. Ah, no, damn. Yeah, I probably would have gotten there first if I didn't crash. Thank you, Victor, for the super chat. Just one moment here. So we're delivering this to Miguel Madrazzo's house. Okay, what are your plans for this October? A few lore videos. I got a few lore videos planned. One on GTA 5, 2 on San Andreas. And I got finished Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare 2022. Thank you, Victor, for that for the super chat. The biggest lie told in school, like I said, that if you don't go to college, that you're gonna be a failure. That's what I would say was the biggest lie told in school, Soprano. And this is coming from somebody who finished college, so it's you know, don't believe that. Like, you know, a lot of the students that I went to high school with, like, they would say that if you didn't go to college, that you're gonna be a failure. And the teachers didn't specifically say that, but they made it seem like that. They said, oh, you're not going to be able to find a good job if you don't go to college, which is just not true. Punch Ralphie, yes or no? You're talking about the Sopranos character, man. Ralph was just a scumbag in the Sopranos. What made you pursue a degree in law? Well, I law enforcement technology, but it's I did take criminal law in college. I mean, it interested me. It did. I guess the justice system always kind of interested me. I was more interested in history, but history wasn't available. I did take it early on, but then the history program got canceled because it wasn't popular enough. And that kind of irritated me. The next part of Modern Warfare 3, the next part of Modern Warfare 3 will be tonight. I finished the Sons of Samdi storyline in Saints Row 2. Just started the Rona storyline. Killing Mr. Sunshine was satisfying to me and the General. Yeah, well, Mr. Sunshine, I think, is the scariest character in Saints Row 2. I would definitely say that, George. Yeah, Mr. Sunshine was a pretty scary guy. The General's death I thought was kind of disappointing. It's like he just died in the explosion. That was just it. I'd say community college is a good start instead of going to a normal college. That's what I'm going for. I don't even know what I'm gonna do, so that may be a good start for me to explore. Yeah, that sounds good. But look, you know, there's trade schools that people can go to, and trade schools, they don't really waste your time with like a lot of classes that you don't need. And trade schools will like teach you the skills that you need for like the jobs. So you want to be like an electrician, you learn that at trade school. If you want to be a plumber, you learn that at trade school. And these are good jobs, electrician, plumber. People make it seem like because they're jobs that require like a lot of handwork, that somehow they're not good jobs, and that's not true. Yeah, but I mean, just think about it this way. You know, somebody can go to trade school and they can learn how to be a plumber, right? They learn how to be a plumber and they work for a plumbing company for a number of years. You know, they save up some money, eventually maybe get a loan, start up their own plumbing business, and then become successful. So that's like, you know, that's just an example of somebody that, like, you know, wouldn't necessarily go to college, but could be successful. I'm not saying don't go to college, but I'm just saying that it's not necessary unless you want to do specific things. It's always, you know, college isn't useless. It does help you out. Like, it's if you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, there's other, you know, fields obviously that you need college for, but then there's a lot of stuff you don't need it for. Thank you, Mitchell. Thank you for the super chat. No, I really didn't like Richie in The Sopranos. Which era of history do I like a lot? The French Revolution. Yes, this is the Hexer. Favorite food is sushi. Can I get an invite to the next business? Does somebody need help selling something? I can help if somebody needs help selling something still. One of my favorite YouTubers. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. What's up, Pro? Hello, Bat. How are you, man? Jeffrey Dahmer show? What? This is the first time that I'm hearing about this. That's the serial killer TV show. What? Okay, well I didn't be. This is just weird. Okay. Well, I didn't hear anything about this. Thank you, Edgy, for the super chat. A long time ago, Mason. Yes, I want to make more lore videos on Saints Row, so nobody needs help selling anything? No one? Okay, then I guess I'll just go and do another resupply for myself if that's the case. In Fargo, you need 2 years of college to go into a police academy. Being a security guard is great, decent pay, less stress, less training, treated better. Yeah. I would not want to, I would not want to be a police officer anymore, personally. Thank you, Wolfkilla, for sponsoring my channel again. Thanks, man. Would I ever do a Fargo review? It's a good TV show. I could, but I'm just worried about copyright. It's just, like, I'd have to use clips from the show, and, like, the copyright is just ridiculous. Like, you guys know the Scarface video that I posted, like, the other day? Like, the top 5 good things that Tony Montana did? Well, do you want to know something? I had to fight off, like, 3 copyright claims on that video. And so I had to re-edit the video and upload it, like, 3 times because it was getting copyright claims. And so there's, like, one part that got copyright claimed, and I'm like, oh, great, I can't use this clip now, so I gotta try to find another clip of him doing this. So it was just, it's clearly fair use. It was clearly fair use. I wasn't using any copyrighted. I was using I wasn't uploading the whole movie. There was just a few clips in it that I was using to reinforce my point. It was a lore video. But it was like it's not the way not the way the companies look at it.
Pick up the goods and bring them back to the warehouse. I don't anticipate any...
Okay, let's see here. Oh, this is gonna be easy. This is just one, gonna be a van, yeah. Yes, I played the Getaway games. I played the one where, I think... I'm trying to remember which Getaway. It was a long time ago. I have it on the PS2 and I beat it. But the Getaway game that I played the one where, it was like... It's like where you played as like a cop throughout half the story, like you played as like a SWAT guy, and then you played as the guy in the bar, and then there was the gym scene, and then there's like a gym. I'm trying to remember it because I beat it a long time ago when I was a kid. I don't remember much of it, but yeah, I do remember this one guy that you played as was like a cop. And thank you, Sir Bats Gaming, for the super chat. I would have to find it. I could do a playthrough of that Getaway game one day. police station. Yeah, it's in the police station.
I tread very careful about you.
Hey,
Yeah.
how can I help? I take it this isn't purely a social
Well, that
call.
didn't work.
Of course not.
Now
You're in
I
trouble
still
and
got
you need
cops,
my
even
help.
though I
No
called
problem.
Lester for them. I should have probably called them when I drove out. Yeah, the Molotov is a great plane. Yes, definitely. It was just like a name that I created. I was just trying to think of something I didn't know. I know it sounds a little cheesy, Peyton. Come on, no. Hate when you get spun out like that.
What do you need exactly? Okay, keep in touch.
Okay, now I gotta try to lose these cops. At least it's only 1 star now, again, but it's, man.
Everyone ready?
My favorite song, I don't really have one. My god, this one cop here is being really annoying. Oh yeah, this one's being really annoying. Oh, no, 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 come on. Okay. And now I can finally lose them. Okay, I'm losing them. Oh. Playing story mode, Red Dead Redemption 2, random stuff like loot and treasure. I couldn't do most of them due to the requirements, and it's annoying. Like, why do I need to do 3 missions to pick up a bag of gold? Yeah, well, I didn't, I never got around to doing a lot of the 100% completion. David, thank you for the super chat. Though I do know that, like, Red Dead Redemption, like, 2 is, like, the hardest game to 100% complete. It is, I saw the MiG-17 Molotov in real life at an air show. It's pretty cool to see planes from GTA in real life. Yes, it's a Russian Cold War plane. Thank you, Alvanor. I actually think North Korea still uses that as in their Air Force. Did you hear about the new infinite ammo without reloading glitch in GTA Online? No, I didn't hear about that. Mario, what is that? Well, he said infinite ammo, but like, what's going on? Are people abusing it or something? Would I play Batman Arkham series one day? Maybe, Soprano. I'm not really much into the Batman. Pro, how do I join your game and play with you? Well, you would have to have me added to play in here, though. I cannot add anyone right now. Slim, because I would have to delete somebody on my friends list. But I could possibly try to add you after the stream. I just have full, so I'd have to see who's been offline for some time. Thank you, Justin. Hey, Pro, if you ever plan on replaying Red Dead Redemption 2, which ending do you believe is canon? Also, who do I think is the most evil character in Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2? I think the canon ending is where Arthur has good, high honor, and he goes back to help John, or goes with John. I think that is the, I think that's the high honor ending. I think that's the canon ending, I should say. The most evil character in, Red Dead Redemption, I would say is Edgar Ross. I would say Edgar Ross is even worse than Micah, because Edgar Ross had John Marston do all of this stuff, like, throughout the entire story, promising him that he'd be free, only to kill him at the very end. So I would say, yes, I would say Edgar Ross is even worse than Micah. Yeah, I saw it, Mr. Waifu. I think that community manager, I think that she had privated her Twitter. Did you get your gold plaque from YouTube yet for 1 million? No. I should have requested. I didn't request it because I had, like, there were certain videos of mine that had gotten demonetized, and I was waiting, like, 90 days for them not to appear in the, I was waiting, like, 90 days for them not to appear in the checks section. Because certain of my videos, like, they'll pass the checks, and then, like, a month or two later, they'll just get, they'll get demonetized, and they'll say, like, they'll say a bunch of different stuff, like foul language and, like, other things. Dumb things like that. And also, guys, like, almost any time, I'll tell you guys something crazy. Almost any time that I put, like, any kind of, like, drugs in the title of the video, even though it's just in the video game, it's like the video gets demonetized, like, almost every time. So, like, if I do, like, a video, like, on GTA Online, and I'll say, like, you know, selling cocaine in, like, GTA lobby, it instantly gets demonetized. It's almost always, even though it's just in the game. So that's, like, you know, dumb things like that, like, dumb things like that YouTube demonetizes some of my videos. Like, I remember they demonetized my Vice City Stories videos when I did, like, the one video of, like, Vic goes to the cocaine deals, like, that was the title of the video, and it was just, got demonetized. So it was, How come I never play the Max Payne series? I mean, I do. I played Max Payne 3. I saw playthroughs of Max Payne 1 and 2. I gotta play those games again one day. Does anyone need help selling anything? Just invite me. I'll just wait like a minute or two. If anyone needs help selling anything, just send me an invite and I'll help. No, no, it's just a few of my videos get demonetized, Shimon. Like, the vast majority of my videos are monetized, but it's like a few of them get demonetized sometimes. Just for dumb reasons. Like, it was like, okay, so, you guys remember that video that I made? Like, top 10 good, and honorable things that CJ did? Like, a few months ago? That video got demonetized for foul language. And so it was the stupidest thing ever. And, like, I didn't even know what they meant by foul language, because I don't curse in my videos. I was assuming that they meant, like, the characters. Like, characters, like, cursing in the game and stuff like that, but I'm not the one that's saying that. It's the characters that are in the game. And so I tried to talk to YouTube about it, and I was like, you know, what's going on here? Why is, like, because it pissed me off. Because I spent, like, you know, almost 2 months working on that lore video for just to get demonetized like that out of nowhere. It's like, just, I had all my hard work, like, thrown out the window, and it just irritated me. And what happened was, YouTube got back to me after, like, you know, some time, and they told me the exact part in the video, and the entire, like, video, the entire whole thing got demonetized because Kent Paul said a curse word. It was like, it wasn't even CJ. I thought it was CJ that cursed, but it wasn't even CJ. It was Kent Paul, and it was in the mission Don Peyote. It was in that mission. And so Kent Paul said a word I'm not going to say because this video will get demonetized, but he said a curse word, and that word apparently triggers the YouTube system. And so what I did was I took that entire video, and I just edited out 1 second. Just literally took out 1 second in the video of just Kent Paul saying that word, and the video got remonetized again. So it was just that. I had to re-upload the whole thing again, but YouTube was being stupid because I told YouTube, because you can edit videos that are live already, so videos that are live, you can actually cut parts of the video out. And so I told YouTube, I'm like, you know, if you cut out if I cut out like that 1 second, will you then monetize it? And then they're like, no, our decisions are final on videos. And I was like, oh my god, I was like, this is stupid. And so I actually asked Dark Viper AU, I actually messaged him, and I asked him, I'm like, you know, how do you deal with this stuff like this when your videos, like, you know, get demonetized for, like, for cursing and stuff like that? And he told me that he just edits the curse out of the video, and then I told him that I tried to tell YouTube that they refused, and then he told me that that's nonsense. You know, try to contact YouTube again. But it was like YouTube was being unhelpful with me, and so I had re-uploaded the video again, cut out the second, and the video's been monetized for ever since. So it's been good since then. But that's like, you know, some of the stuff that I had that was stupid. Thank you, Cool Kid, for the super chat. It's a glitch involving creating a deathmatch. Well, this is the first time I heard about it. Thank you for the super chat. All right, that's cool, bro. Thanks. I'm a big fan. Keep up the good work. I watch your videos every day, and hopefully we can play GTA together soon. Thank you. Thank you for the super chats, Slim. What is your PSN, by the way? What life goals do you have besides YouTube? Thank you, Wolfkilla. I think I'm not getting any invites. Wow, nobody needs help selling. Wow, usually a bunch of people need help selling, but today no one needs help selling. Kind of weird. So it's basically what I want to do though, Wolf, is I want to start, like, I want to own a series of rental properties. That's what I want to do. I own one rental property right now, and eventually, like, I want to expand it to own multiple rental properties. That's, you know, what I really want to do that. Okay, let me get on over here, and I'll just do this here. My PS5 is in the storage at the moment. We've been reorganizing the house as of late. I'll join more streams when I get settled enough to put back my PS5. That's fine, gamer. That's fine. Don't worry about it, man. Thank you for the super chat. Should I rage quit being a Halo, Call of Duty, GTA, and Saints Row fan? No, it's I mean, it's you know, play whatever game you want, and also there's nothing wrong with enjoying these games, even if the developer does like stupid things. Like I generally enjoy GTA Online, and I have fun with GTA Online now, and I like playing GTA Online. Like, I got really pissed off at this game, and I got bored of this game. It was just, a lot of it was due to the griefing. The griefing was just getting out of control, and so, like, ever since, like, this update came out, like, I've been getting way more into GTA Online. I've had a lot more fun with this game, and I'm just enjoying making more content for this game. You know, I made a 1-hour documentary the other day, but the point that I'm making to you, Mr. Waifu, is that I have problems with Rockstar. I get pissed off at Rockstar. Like, Rockstar does really dumb things, like what they did with Red Dead Online. Like, they screwed the whole Red Dead Online community over. But despite that, I still enjoy their games, and I still play their games. So there's nothing wrong with enjoying a developer's games, but still criticizing the developer. So you don't need to stop playing the games, but you can always criticize the developer.
Bring it to the
Okay, Slim. I will add you after the stream today. Thank you for the super chat, man. What do you think about all the original GTA YouTubers? What do you mean? You would have to ask me. You would have to tell me who you're talking about. Well, no, Red Dead Online is kind of fun when you play it with friends, but it did turn into a mess because of just Rockstar abandoning it. So Rockstar did really screw the game over, and it caused the game a lot of problems. Oh, damn. One thing always bad about motorcycles is it's easy to crash. You're running a business? Yes, I have a rental property in real life, and I want to get another rental property. So that's what I want to do. Oh, great. This mission. Such a weird mission, right? All the thieves are just running. Like, what are they doing up in the mountains? Like, what are you hoping to do? Like, you run away in the mountains. Like, how are you expecting to escape? Right? Like, it's just, I don't know what they're trying to do there. That's just dumb. Oh, I missed Luigi's message. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm really sorry. I missed Luigi's let me see here. Is Luigi still here? Let me see. I'm sorry if I missed a super chat. I apologize. It just, yeah. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Let me see. I'll just have to check my, no, if it was like a sponsorship thing, I don't think there's a way for me to find it on my channel here. I do want to thank Luigi, but Luigi, are you still here? Whatever you want to ask me, I'll answer. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I apologize for that. Which YouTubers do I follow? I don't really watch any GTA YouTubers, even though I'm subscribed to GTA YouTubers. Like, I'm subscribed to Gilly Master, Dark Viper AU, and I talk to both. I talk to Gilly Master a decent amount. Like, we play, you know, games together on Call of Duty. I've talked to Dark Viper a few times. I'm also subscribed to Tylarius and who else am I subscribed to? GTA Men and there's a few GTA YouTubers that I'm subscribed to, but yeah, I don't I don't know if I can name them all at the top of my head, but I don't really watch many like many GTA videos. I love your videos. Well, thank you, Owen. Thanks, man, for the super chat. Thank you, Owen. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you. Special shout out there to Owen, largest super chat on the stream today. Thank you, Owen. Thanks, man. Oh, I see you there, Luigi. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed your comment earlier. I apologize for that. GTA series, yeah, I'm subscribed to GTA series. But, you know, what I'll tell you is about GTA series is one thing I didn't understand about GTA series, though, is I love that channel, don't get me wrong. But one thing I didn't understand about GTA series is that GTA series never made, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I don't think GTA series ever made any kind of criticism of GTA Plus. When, like, the vast majority of the GTA community, like, the vast majority, and almost all the GTA YouTubers are against GTA Plus, but I don't think I've ever seen GTA series even say anything about that. So I could be wrong. I guess he's probably trying to stay. It's run by a group of people. I guess they're probably trying to stay neutral, but that's just what I'll say about it. Is that I noticed that they never made a video criticizing GTA Plus. The GTA series channel is the one I'm talking about. They are a great channel, don't get me wrong, but that's just what I noticed. Do you think GTA 6 will feel even more lived in? Yeah, I think that the world will feel more alive, definitely. I watched Dark Viper for speedruns TGG for weekly updates and purchase ideas professional for the juicy stuff. Well, thank you. Thank you there, Dom. It was what video game death caught you off guard the most? Probably Sean's death in Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah, probably Sean's death in Red Dead 2. The Hunter's a great helicopter. I imagine my own Saints Row boss and my other characters doing a no Russian on except it's oh well. Yeah, look, thank you, Mr. Waifu, for the super chat. They didn't criticize GTA Plus, so I was right on that. Well, I did not like the new Saints Row characters, Mr. Waifu. I didn't like them, a lot of them personally. And I think that they had more, I think characters like Nawali had more potential, but I think even Nawali was ruined. I actually asked people who their favorite character was in a poll, and they actually said Nawali. So that was, You just look like Jimmy Hopkins, or I'm tripping. Well, thank you, cool. Thank you for the, super chat. Okay, let me deliver this here. Does anyone need help selling anything? Just invite me right after this. If not, I'll just sell a few of my stuff. I have a few MC businesses that I didn't get a chance to get rid of. Is 30 million a lot? Yeah, it's a decent amount. Yeah, Nawali became really creepy at the end of the game. I agree with you, Luigi. You made Makarov in Saints Row 2. Playing The Last of Us Part 2 at the end of Abby's storyline. Well, thank you, Jen, for the super chat. Are you enjoying it, though? I don't know. I never enjoyed The Last of Us 2. I didn't play it, to be fair, but I did see, like, a playthrough of it, and, while the gameplay was pretty decent, I was just not that big of a fan of the story. Okay, if no one needs help selling anything, then I'm gonna go and get rid of some of my MC businesses. Okay, Sophistry needs help. I'll help Sophistry then. You look like Yuri from Modern Warfare 3. Catch you later, guys. Well, thank you, Mr. Wayfru, for the super chat. And I'm gonna have a great Yuri outfit coming up. Was I interested in anything else besides law enforcement, technology, and history in college? Not really, no. There wasn't really much I was interested in. Just send me an invite when you get the chance to the business sophistry, and I will I'll help you out there. We can do that at the end then, Pearson. Why do you think Ellie didn't kill Abby at the end? Thank you for the super chat, Alex. The developer was trying to portray this like cycle of revenge, but I did not like it because to me it didn't really make much sense. How like Ellie went through like the whole game killing so many people just to get to Abby and killing almost all of Abby's friends and then just not to kill Abby at the end. I just didn't think that made any sense to me. Hello, Professional. How are you? I like your PlayStation shirt. Thank you, Josh. Thanks for the super chat. GTA series have a disclaimer that their GTA Plus showcase videos don't endorse you to buy GTA Plus. So yeah, it's like I thought. They're staying neutral in the whole thing. But I wonder why they're staying neutral when like the vast majority of like the community, like the GTA community, is just so against GTA Plus. Okay, well, Sophistry, or can you, I'll tell you a little bit later, Pearson. Sophistry, can you invite me to your business? My favorite zombies was the World at War zombies. Those are always my favorite ones. Is Reddit Online gaining players or losing players? Losing players. It's losing players every month. It's not gaining anymore. Professional, why don't you acknowledge me? Mole, there's a lot of comments that I've been reading, and I do acknowledge you on several streams. There's a lot of people that are commenting at once. Do you feel GTA 6 is the last hope for gaming? More and more games aren't living up to expectations these days. Hard to look forward to anything. Possibly. We'll see what Modern Warfare 2 is like. Modern Warfare 2, a lot of people are getting very hyped about that. We'll see what that's also like, Peanut. But I think GTA, as much problems as I have with Rockstar, I think they'll do a good job with GTA 6. At least I hope that I think the single player will be decent. The online, I don't know. Curious how that'll work. Thank you, Straight Edge Soldier, for the super chat. Sophistry, what's going on, man? Are you selling something? I like most of the operators in Modern Warfare. Okay, here we go. Bunker invite. Yeah, there's a possibility GTA 6 online might be broken at launch. The Ballad of Gay Tony or The Lost and Damned? I like both of them. I don't want to choose one over the other. I think they're both unique.
Here, Mayor.
Oh, this one, this mission. Okay. I'd like to see Red Dead 3, but I don't think we're gonna get it for a very long time, though. Yes, I will probably platinum GTA 6 when that comes out. Thank you, Edgy, for the super chat. No, I don't think that he was as I don't think he was as bad as him. You know, Hitler was a much worse human being than Napoleon was. But Napoleon did do, you know, some bad things in his invasions. But Napoleon is a controversial figure. It depends on, a lot of different countries see him in different ways. Like in, when it comes to Napoleon, like, it's like, he's hated in, like, Russia. He's hated generally, in, like, German history. He has either a neutral or a positive view in, like, Poland, and the reason for that was because, he created, like, the Duchy of Warsaw, which was, like, a Polish state. And so Poland was taken over by both Prussia, Russia, and Austria at the time. But Napoleon also did some really bad things in Haiti, so it was, he's a controversial guy. Yeah, look at that explosive sniper. It's so,
God damn it, they got away!
Thank you, Edgy, for that super chat. But even though Napoleon was a bad guy, you know, Hitler was was worse than him, much worse. Thank you, Kaliko Kid. Thank you for the super chat. You never reviewed the APC? Oh, I didn't? Huh. What about Emperor Hirohito? Hirohito, let me see, hang on, is there a helicopter here coming after us? close the sniper does help in these situations a bit. Hirohito wasn't... well, you're saying that Tojo... Tojo was worse than Hirohito, yes. But the thing about Hirohito is Hirohito was very well aware of a lot of the atrocities the Japanese empire was committing. He had no issue with that. So, you know, Hirohito didn't have as much involvement in, like, the war in terms of, like, Tojo. Tojo was, like, more of the mastermind behind, like, Japan's, like, military expansion, but Hirohito tolerated it. Hirohito tolerated it. He never went against it. He was perfectly fine with that. So I wouldn't say that Hirohito was a good guy. I would also say he was a bad guy. And the only reason that he was spared from being executed after the Tokyo War Tribunals, like Tojo was hanged, but Hirohito was spared. The reason Hirohito was spared was because Hirohito was the emperor of Japan, and he was seen as a cultural symbol of Japan. And the Allies knew that if they had killed him, that would have caused like massive riots in Japan and endless civil war. And so they thought that the better solution would be to get Hirohito instead to force the Japanese empire to stand down. So like you have to remember that the Japanese generals wanted to fight till the end. Hirohito was the one who gave the order that we're surrendering, it's over. Hirohito had plenty of opportunity to surrender, but he didn't. He was perfectly fine with a lot of Japan's military expansionism. So, yeah, so when people say that Hirohito wasn't really involved in the war, sure, he wasn't as involved as Tojo, but he was perfectly fine with a lot of what the Japanese empire was doing. So that's what I will say about Hirohito in like a historical perspective about him. You have to also understand what kind of society Japan was like in Japan in the 1940s was actually very similar to North Korea today. Japan wasn't as starving as North Korea, but it was similar to North Korea in regards that the Japanese were very brainwashed at the time. They saw the emperor as like a god, and they were gonna die for the god. Kind of similar to how the North Koreans see like Kim Jong-un and Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il throughout their history. Support from India. Thank you, man. Getting over to this drop-off here. I think I missed a few super chats. I'm sorry for missing them. I played the game before, and when I got to the end of the game and Ellie didn't kill Abby, it felt like I wasted my time when knowing that just to give up at the end to avenge Joel. Yeah, and that was the thing about, like, The Last of Us 2, Jen, and look, I had no problem with the character of Abby. I didn't. That's not what it was about. I just think Abby was a badly written character. I think she could have been written much better into the storyline. Like, the fact that when you really think about it, like, Abby is a pretty bad person, when you really think about it. And, the reason I say that is because Abby traveled, like, you know, a few states over to try to track down Joel when she didn't know whether Joel would be there or not, but she took that risk to find him. And Abby was going to die if it wasn't for Joel. Like, if Joel did not, like, save her, like, the whole plot of The Last of Us 2 would not have happened. Like, she was not going to get out of that situation. She was getting attacked by a horde, and, like, Joel saved her. Joel saved her life, and Abby did not even think about that at all. It didn't even cross her mind that this guy saved her life. She was just a stranger to him, and he saved her life. So it didn't even cross her mind at all. She didn't even think about that at all. Didn't even consider that. And yes, I get that Joel killed her dad. I understand that. But the thing about this is she would start thinking, like, you know, maybe there's more to this story. Maybe there's something else that I don't know here, or something like that. She's like, this guy saved my life. And then she'd feel, like, a little bit more conflicted about killing him, or something like that. And, like, I think the story would have been much better if, like, Abby had, like, moved into, like, Jackson, and then, like, you play as her, and you play as Ellie, And then, like, at the end of the game, like, Abby, like, gets to know Joel and gets to know, like, what type of person he is and, like, sees that he's not as bad as she thought he was. And then at the end of the game, there's, like, some situation where you're playing as Abby and, like, Joel is about to die or something like that, and Abby has to decide whether she saves him or not. I think that would have been a much better story than, like, doing this, like, Abby just comes in, kills Joel with the golf club, and then just you play as Abby for half the game, and the game tries to make you feel bad for her. Like, I don't, that's just personally what I didn't like about the story in that game. I thought that it was, you know, pretty badly written. But it was, what was it? Also, it was like, I'm trying to think about another thing. Oh, yeah. So, when I was saying that Abby is a pretty bad person, is Abby was acting like when all of Abby's friends died, she was, like, very surprised by that. It's like, I don't know why she was so surprised by that when she was the one who caused the whole thing to happen in the first place. She put her friends at risk by bringing them on that revenge mission. So it was pretty much her fault that all of her friends got put at risk. And then, and the thing is, though, even if Abby wanted to kill Joel, you know, she still wanted to kill him, like, it was just, the fact that Joel saved her life, she could have at least given him a quick death. You know, just a bullet to the back of the head would have been enough. But, like, she proceeds to shoot him in the leg with a shotgun and then torture him with a golf club after the guy just saved your life, which just made no sense to me. And then Joel just, Tommy's like, you know, oh, we live up there in Jackson. That's where our camp is. Like, you know, these guys were, like, hardcore survivalists, like, you know, in the past. And then all of a sudden they're so trusting. So it was just, like, that's just personally what I didn't like about The Last of Us 2. I didn't like that personally. Thank you, Kaliko. Nobody ever talks about Red Dead Redemption 2 weather. It's so amazing. Well, thank you, cool kid. Yes, the weather is amazing. I wish it would snow in the multiplayer, though. Thoughts on General Custer? I'm Native American, by the way. Thank you, Chris Jackson. Well, General Custer was like a moron. Like, he started trouble and started fights with several Native American tribes, and then they surrounded him and killed him. And yeah, he was, he started a massive fight, and then he ended up dying in that. So that's as far as I know about him. I think what was it, Montana? I think he died in Montana, right? Correct me if I'm wrong on that, Chris. But yeah, Custer was like, he got into several fights, and then he ended up getting surrounded and died in one of the fights. Thank you, Kaliko Kid, again. Hi, Professional. What's my favorite episode of The Sopranos? Mine is Pine Barrens. My favorite episode of The Sopranos, I don't remember the names of them. Either the one, the Pine Barrens was good, but you probably know the names of them. It was either the one where Jackie, like, ambushes the card game, or the one where Richie dies. Either one. I like both of those episodes a lot. I also like the episodes of Tony and the Horse. I don't remember any of the episodes' names, though, but... Thank you, Teddy. No, I've never been to California. Well, Hirohito, I don't think, when he gave the radio address, I don't think he specifically said to surrender. I think he more of said to end hostilities. I think that's what he said. He didn't want to say surrender directly. Abby has no regrets, Ellie does. Yeah, that's what I was, Would I live in North Korea for 24 hours for $10,000? No, no thank you. Honestly, even going to North Korea as a tourist, that would scare me. So it's just, I wouldn't even not want to visit that country. Let's see here, intentionally bad written character. And look, what's it called? Like, with Abby, like, Abby's like a psycho, like, when you think about it, because it was that there was that one scene in The Last of Us 2 when, like, Ellie was trying to get information from, like, Abby's, like, boyfriend, which he was cheating on his, like, pregnant girlfriend already, and then they refused to give, like, Ellie information, and then Ellie killed them both in self-defense. In that scene. And then when Ellie found out, like, that one of the women that she killed was pregnant, she was horrified by that. She felt horrible about that. But the thing is, though, that was as bad as that was self-defense. Like, she tried to kill Ellie, and Ellie had to defend herself. But the thing is, though, is that in that you reverse that same situation, and then, like, Abby comes in the theater, and there's, like, that really bad scene when, like, Tommy gets ambushed, and then, like, what's his name? Jesse, I think his name was. He just runs through the door and he gets shot, and that's just it. And they completely forgot about that character. They never, like, discussed him again. It was just, he was gone. And then it was, and then, like, Abby tried to kill Dina. And then when Abby tried to kill Dina, like, Ellie told her she's pregnant, and then Abby just says, good. Like, as right, she's about to, like, kill her. So, like, Ellie felt horrible about killing a pregnant woman in self-defense, and then Abby knew a woman was pregnant and felt good about killing her. So that's, like, that is, like, you know, and it's, like, the developers tried to make you feel bad for Abby. I didn't understand this logic. I didn't. I never understood that logic. I didn't. It didn't make any sense to me, personally. Hey, Aussie guy, how are you, man? Let's deliver the spike here. The only video I made on the APC was the SAM. Maybe I'll review it one day then. Oh, I missed the wrong turn. Hello, Aussie guy. Let me see here. I think I missed a few super chats. Make more videos like the Trevor and the couple one. Yes, I have more planned like that, yes. Yeah, the NPCs are too accurate a lot of times. I saw people saying that Florida should be hit by Ian because of their governor on Twitter. What is wrong with some people? Those people are absolute morons, Mario. It's like the fact that somebody would wish harm on somebody else because they disagree with their politics is just so, it's just so disgusting. But it's like, try not to read comments on Twitter, because if you read comments on Twitter, you're just gonna get pissed off. There's a lot of really dumb people on Twitter that don't know what they're talking about, and it's like I said, Twitter is like one of the most toxic forms of social media. People on Twitter are just stupid, and it's just, honestly, I know not everybody's bad on Twitter. I know there's plenty of good people. I have a lot of followers on Twitter, but I'll say, sometimes if I think to myself that if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would not be using Twitter. Like, Twitter is good for getting a message out, and it's good for, talking about certain topics, but the people on Twitter can just be so toxic and just so ridiculous, and they post such ridiculous things, and they argue about such stupid and pointless things, and it just gets sick of people on Twitter. What's up, Goat? Been watching your videos since 2019 because of GTA. I appreciate you, bro. You should be in the next GTA game. You would fit as a hitman. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Thank you for the Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'd love to be in a GTA game, like motion capture or something like. I'd love to be a character in a GTA game. Question, in story mode, have you ever come across the game not allowing the next mission stuck? Being able to start the mini sub? No, I never did. I never got a glitch like that, strategist. Nice Mega Man avatar, by the way. Thank you for the super chat.
Okay, we're...
Oh, no. Great. The reason I'm backing up because it's faster if you back up than going forward. Yeah, backing up does make you go faster than going forward up hills. He underestimated the size of the tribe. Yeah. Well, he shouldn't have been starting fights in the Chris. Look, the gameplay in The Last of Us 2 is good. The graphics in The Last of Us 2 are good. But in my opinion, the story is not well written. That's what I'll say about that. That's just my view on it. I know some people like the story. I just personally didn't. I didn't have a problem with Abby, the character. I didn't even have a problem with really any of the characters in the game. I just think the characters were just badly written, and I think their stories could have been much better than what we were given. I agree with you about Joel's death in The Last of Us Part 2. I hope Part 3 of that game gets made, though. Well, I guess we'll see then, Aussie. Thank you for the super chat. Have I ever been to Chicago? A few times. I drove through Chicago a few times. Okay, let's go forward now here. Hey, Pro, great job on the GT Online 9-year anniversary video. I've only really actively played since 2017, so I've learned a lot of new things about the early days. Well, thank you, Diego. Thanks for the super chat, man. Saints Row the Third is kind of a hard game for me. I'm trying to beat it, but some of the missions are hard. Yeah, but get the upgrades. Buy a lot of the upgrades. Get the businesses, buy the upgrades. That'll help you out a lot, JM. GTA 4 had a way better revenge story by far. Thank you, George. Thanks for the thank you for the super chat, and it did. Pro, are you going to be playing Gotham Knight when it releases? Probably not cool. I just haven't been much into superhero games. Red Dead Redemption 2 and the Revenge bad thing better than The Last of Us 2. Oh yeah, it was. And, you know, I enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. Like, that was a game that came out right around the time of The Last of Us 2. I enjoyed that way more than The Last of Us 2. I didn't play The Last of Us 2, but I did see a full playthrough of it on YouTube, and that was just, when I go to the theater boss of Ellie, I let Ellie kill me many times over. Are you also going to check out Gotham Knights on the 21st? Let me see here. When I go to the theater with the boss of Ellie, I let Ellie kill me. Oh, you're talking about the theater fight with Ellie and Abby. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. Yep, I'm aware of that one. I don't know why the developers thought that was interesting to make you play as Abby fighting Ellie in like a boss battle. I'm playing GT Online if you and your friends need help with anything on there. Okay, Sebi, yep. I mean, not Sebi, Aussie guy, I'm sorry. I'm just losing my track of thought a little bit here. A little tired too.
Just perfect.
Thanks for the super chat. I hope this mission eventually gets deleted. This is a bad mission in the game. You looked at my log to see what I said in chat. You see how professional he is, chat. Absolute legend. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, because I remember you made a super chat, and I wanted to see if you responded also. I do like I do always try to respond to as many people as I can. And what I'll tell you guys something. Wait, post? Didn't I already post it? Okay. What I'll tell you guys is, what personally pisses me off is when I see YouTubers that they don't read super chats even. And I think that that's ridiculous that like somebody gives you a donation and you can't even read their comments. Like sometimes occasionally I'll miss like a super chat here and there, but it's because a lot of comments are coming up and I always try to read all of them. But when I see some of these YouTube channels where like people like these big YouTubers and like people are donating to them and they don't even bother reading one of the super chats, that's for me like disgusting and it pisses me off. All of these flaws, yet game critics act. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't understand what critics saw in The Last of Us 2. Like they thought The Last of Us 2 was like an amazing game, which, like I said, the gameplay and graphics are great, but I don't think the story was. And there's something there. I think that you've made a mistake with your game when a huge amount of your audience is hoping that the main character dies. So like you've made a mistake with writing the story when you want when a huge amount of your player base wants the main character to die. That's like that's what I would say is they messed up at that point. And it's like with regards to like Abby's dad, like if you do it the canon way, like how Joel kills him the canon way that Joel kills her dad is he takes like the surgeon like knife and just stabs him in the throat with that. And the thing about that is that was like a quick death, and so Abby's dad pretty much died when he hit the floor. Like he was pretty much dead at that point. It was like less than a minute he was dead. And it was and the fact that like Abby like just wants to torture Joel and stuff like that, and like Abby sees Joel as like the devil or something. So that's like I love the friend request mission in GTA 5 storyline. The workplace environment, life invader, and Lester's quote on Vinewood is pretty accurate. Well, thank you, Mario. Yeah, it was, they were making fun of a lot of the social media stuff with that. Life Invader is a parody off Facebook. I still think Trevor activated his rampage mode and shot Deborah. Blood and holes in the window. Floyd snaps and tries to stab Trevor, so he takes the knife from him and stabs him to death. Why Trevor is bloody. Well, thank you, Corner, for the super chat. I just don't see any reason why Trevor would kill Floyd. I think he killed Deborah, but I don't think he killed Floyd. I think Floyd was killed by Deborah. What is your name where you were born? It's Black Ops 1. Wait, what? JM58? I'm confused. What are you asking me? I don't understand. Black Ops what? Vorkuda Mason, yep. Game critics said God of War was better than Red Dead Redemption 2. How? I wouldn't pay attention to game critics. I would just pay attention to, you know, whatever game that you like personally. Thoughts on Stadia dying? I'm gonna probably make a video on that. I started watching Race Attorney videos and I like them. They are funny too. Well, thank you, Unknown. Thanks, man. I'm trying to reference Black Ops 1, the first mission. Oh, JM, okay. What is your name? Where were you born? Oh, that, you were talking when the Cuban military comes in and just starts asking questions. That was it. Okay, well, thank you, JM58. Okay. No, I was just a bit confused. Thanks for the super chat, man. Operation 40, yep. You know, if you actually translate all of the numbers in the missions, like in Black Ops 1, it's like it translates to Reznov is dead or is he dead or something like that. I think that's what it translates to. Okay. Making pretty good time on this mission. I know you avoid PC, but have you tried it at least? I've tried playing on PC in the past, but I didn't enjoy it, no. Excuse me, sorry. Will I ever do a Black Ops 2 playthrough? Yes, I will do that one day. Thank you, JM58. It's gonna be a bit hard to get the costumes for that one, because they're a bit futuristic, I think, right? Yeah. But, I could try to think of something, yep. What year does Black Ops 2 even take place? Can somebody in the chat let me know? Isn't it like 2020 something, like, or 2030? Like, what year does it take place again? Somebody let me know in the chat. How do you translate the numbers? Oh, the numbers are easy to translate. 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C, 4 is D, 5 is E, 6 is F. So just take all the numbers and just put them alphabetical order with just numerical order. That's how you translate them. 2025. So we're 3 years from that. We're 3 years from that, and they're acting like it's somehow... yeah, this... Games have a pretty bad way of predicting the future, and movies too. So it's, okay, here we go. Have I ever played the Kirby games? No, I don't think so. I am familiar with them, but I don't think I've ever played them. Yeah, Dead Island 2, I will play that. I played the original Dead Island games, and I'll definitely play Dead Island 2 when that comes out. But it's been a long time. It's been... And Dead Island 2, that takes place in the same universe as the other Dead Island games, right? April 23rd, 2013. So it's about to be 10 years... 10 years since we've gotten the last Dead Island game, man. So it's,
So, I guess...
I thought I asked...
So it looks like the government failed. Because in Dead Island Riptide, they were trying to stop the zombie outbreak from spreading to the mainland, and it did. Have you ever played any of the Yakuza games? If not, would you play them? Thank you, Killam, for the super chat. A lot of people are super chatted right now. Thank you, guys. I played the demos. I'll play the Yakuza games one day on the channel. I'll play them one day. I do. I'll play them one day. Let's see here. Oh, and Mario. Game journalism is so bad nowadays. A lot of the journalists are politically one-sided and push their views onto readers. We need, well, I don't know what that whole gate thing is. I've heard about that before, but, oh, truck. I can just drive or I can follow, yeah. But, yeah, it was, journalists just, like, gaming journalists are just, can be just really bad. Like, the fact that Ghost of Tsushima did not win as many awards as it did, I think Ghost of Tsushima should have won way more awards. But I'll tell you a story about, like, the journalist in a moment here, Mario. You know what's funny? When I see the first mission in Saints Row 3rd, and Johnny, yes, says you're Belgium, oh, yeah, the waffle comment. And I thought Saints Row the 3rd was ridiculous, but I'm starting to miss Saints Row the 3rd compared to the Saints Row reboot. And thank you, Sebi. Hey, Pat. Sorry, I couldn't be on sooner. I'll jump on now. Thank you, Sebi, for the comment. Thank you for the super chat. But what I'll say is that journalists are terrible at not even just reviewing games. They're also really terrible at reviewing movies. Like, I know some people have heard me say this before, but like the gaming journalists gave Rambo, like Last Blood, Rambo 5, like a really bad score. And their whole justification for that was that the movie was too violent. That's what they were saying, and they were just complaining that Rambo killed too many people in Rambo 5. But that's the whole point. Rambo's an action movie. He's gonna kill people. That's the whole point. He's like a crazy, like, you know, ex-special forces soldier. Like, you know, he's gonna kill a bunch of people. That happens in every single movie. So I don't know what they were talking about when they were saying that Rambo Last Blood was too violent. That was the whole point of the movie. It was supposed to be violent. About Rambo is they were trying to make Rambo seem like he was some evil, really bad guy, but I have watched every single Rambo movie, every single one. And every single Rambo movie, every single person he's killed in all of those movies were bad people. Like, every single one. He did not kill one good person in all of the movies. All 5 movies. Every single person he killed was a bad person. Like, and in Rambo 5, the main villains in Rambo 5 were the cartel. That was it. They were evil cartel members. How could the reviewers feel bad for them? I don't understand. It was just, Rambo 5 was too violent. It was just, they were being stupid. And one of the reviewers made a ridiculous claim, and he said that Rambo killed more people than Jason Voorhees did in Friday the 13th. Which, that's not even comparable. You can't compare that. The reason you can't compare that is because Jason Voorhees is an undead serial killer. He kills plenty of innocent people, where Rambo is like an ex-special forces soldier, and he kills just bad people. Rambo doesn't target innocent people. Rambo kills bad people, where Jason is just a serial killer. You can't compare Jason Voorhees to Rambo when the reviewer is saying that Jason killed more people, Rambo killed more people than Jason. That's such a stupid, like, that's such a stupid comparison. That's just dumb. And it's like, and if Rambo doesn't kill as many people as they want, then they'll say the movie doesn't have enough action. If Rambo kills too many people, then he's killed too many people. So these reviewers don't know what they're talking about. Call of Duty Ghosts took place around the same time as Black Ops 3, but it wasn't as cutting edge, so that game was a little bit better at predicting the future. Oh, thank you, Gaiman. Thank you for the super chat. I almost forgot about that, yes. Rourke was a pretty interesting villain in that game, too. It's such a shame that we never got a, Rourke was added into Warzone, but we never got a sequel with that. I really wanted to see what happens. There's a gaming journalist who literally couldn't pass the tutorial of Cuphead, and the same journalist couldn't pass the first mission of Doom. Ah, wow, edgy. Well, that's a bit ridiculous. I'll try to remember. What was it? Oh yeah, remember when the gaming journalists, when they were attacking Modern Warfare 2019, remember that, like a few years ago? And they were saying that Modern Warfare 2019 was too controversial because they were complaining about that mission, the Breach and Clear mission, where you go through like a terrorist safe house. Like, they were complaining that the mission was too violent. That was like the whole point. It was like you were trying to stop terrorists. I don't know what they were talking about, but the stupidest, I think it was the stupidest, like the stupidest comment that I've seen that like a journalist made regarding like a game is when IGN gave Ace Combat 7 like a bad review, and IGN basically was complaining in Ace Combat 7, and they said if you skip the briefing in Ace Combat 7 that you're not gonna know what to do in the mission, which that's the whole point of the briefing, is to explain to you what you're supposed to do in the mission. And the journalists are complaining if you skip the briefing, you don't know what's going on. Well, that's the whole point. That's just yeah. Have I ever played the Instruments series? Is that a video game, or you talk like a musical instrument? I never played a musical instrument, and if Instruments is like a video game series, I've never played it. Thank you, Jesse, for the super chat. What is your next cosplay through, or your next game you're going to play through? Modern Warfare 2019 after Modern Warfare 2. Thank you, JM58, for the super chat. And thank you, Unknown. Here is the money. Also, I noticed Judgment on your PS5 when I watched your first Ace Attorney video. Will you play this game one day? Yes. I actually never got the chance to play it, but I will. I'll play it one day. I think it's in the same universe as Yakuza, right? It is? I think it is in the same universe as Yakuza. Could be wrong on that, but I think it is. Thank you, Unknown. My next lore video, it'll be on San Andreas. I have two lore videos coming out on San Andreas. GTA Online is 9 years... Oh, yeah. Okay. That was about my documentary. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Oh, I meant the Infamous series. Oh, I played Infamous 1 and 2, and I played Second Son. I did play all of them, yes. Okay. Prepare for criminal damage. Okay. Probably get another crate here really quickly. Yeah, I think I might do a stream of Outlast 1. Could do that on Halloween, yeah. Your thoughts on GTA 6's location based on the leaks? Thank you, Danger Dave. I like Vice City as a location. I think that's a good location that they've chosen. I remember the media were complaining about Joker being a supposedly dangerous film and could encourage violence. What? Okay, well, thank you, Mario, for the, Thank you for the super chat. It's like I said, the media oftentimes doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're doing, they do dumb things. They say dumb things a lot. I mean, look at the story I made with the violent video games. Like, they were calling Minecraft, like, a violent video game, so it's just... over there to the auto shop. Okay, probably stop in the ammunition, buy some armors. Probably could use that. Are you the Harwood Butcher Pro? No. Oh, thank you, Edgy. No, I'm not. That's Tommy Versetti. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Aiden Johns. Thank you for the super chat as well. New Zealand, that's very far from me on the other side of the world. Okay, I really needed these. Man, these streams are popular. Well, thank you, man. No. Okay, I will look that up later. Am I planning on playing Manhunt? I want to one day, but I'm just scared about getting a strike from YouTube for saying that the game's too violent. I don't care about the violence in Manhunt, but I'm just scared of YouTube, because YouTube strikes things a lot, What would be a perfect GTA sequel in your eyes? Well, honestly, I'll answer your question in just one moment here. I'm gonna die, yep. Oh man, yeah. This is what I don't like about the auto shop, is like the auto shop has like no cover when you walk into it. That's ridiculous. I will play Godfather 2, definitely. Definitely play that. You should be fine since Wilsey played it. Oh, okay, Edgy. Wilsey's actually a friend of mine. I talked to him a few times. Damn. Oh, man, it's just... Yeah, I forgot. I keep forgetting about the button. I know, like, I know you can put on armors quickly. I keep forgetting about it because I'm just so used to the old system. Oh, I'll play Watch Dogs 2. Yeah. I should get BST next time I go into the shop, because... Okay, this is just ridiculous. Like, this is stupid. Like, this is what I hate about the auto shop one. Like, the auto shop isn't as bad as the Hookies mission, but this is still stupid. Like, there's nowhere to take cover. Use a grenade launcher. Okay, I will. I'm about to, because this is like, there's nowhere to take cover when you walk into the auto shop garage. And the thing is, the ramp at the top is glitched, so you can't shoot people at the top because it's glitched, but they can shoot you. And that's, man. You should play the PS2 game Narc. It's hilarious. You play as a cop, and you also partake in... Oh, well, I could look into that. Oh my god. I'm literally going to destroy everyone in there in a moment. Let me put on an armor and I'll get BST, because this is ridiculous right now. Okay, I got it now. This is ridiculous. Like, this is one thing I don't want to see in the next GTA game. I don't want to see AI with this perfect accuracy. Like, why does the AI have accuracy of Navy SEAL accuracy? This is like... Like, look at this, look. It's glitched. You cannot shoot the guy up there. And he can shoot you. Which is, that's,
You're a big fucking germ.
Dickhead!
But to answer your question earlier, what I want to see in Vice City is, please just no more, blow that up there. No more heist spam in the next one. Like, in the next GTA game, I don't want to see as many heists as GTA 5. I don't mind if there's like 1 or 2 heists, but I don't want the game to be centered around heists. In GTA 5, I think it was fine, because in GTA 5, it was like, the story was like about a heist crew that goes, a Midwestern heist crew that goes to like the West Coast, so I think that was fine. But like, in the next GTA game, I want to see the story be revolving around the drug trade. That's what I want to see. I want to see like story revolving around drugs. And like selling drugs and like doing drug deals and stuff like that versus like the heists, because and the reason for that is like a lot of the kids would just say, no, I want heists. I don't want things like drug deals and stuff like that. But what these kids don't understand is that every single Vice City game, because there's been 2 Vice City games beforehand, there's been Vice City and Vice City Stories. Both Vice City games were centered around the drug trade. Both the themes of both Vice City games were centered around drugs and empire building. So I would like to see like drugs be a huge part of the storyline in the next GTA games. It's Vice City, and we actually know a little bit about Vice City in the HD universe. Now, Vice City that exists in the HD universe is not the same Vice City that's in the 3D universe, but basically what we know about Vice City in the HD universe is we know that it's a drug city. Like, that's what Vice City is known for. Like, several characters have made references to it about just the drugs trade in Vice City. And what's it called? The Russian Mafia, expect to see them in Vice City. In the next GTA game, they'll be back. They'll be in Vice City. And the reason I know the Russian Mafia will be there is because, remember in the GTA 4 missions, when you and Phil, like, steal the drug boats from the Russian Mafia, the Russian Mafia was, like, running cocaine, like, in speedboats, like, from Liberty City to Vice City. So they had like a whole network of speedboats that they were running down there. So you'll see the Russian Mafia probably back again in the next GTA game. But when I say drug deals, I want to see them do something like Scarface or like Vice City Stories, where like Vice City Stories you actually had like a cocaine business and you did deals and stuff like that. And so I'd like to see something like that in the next GTA game. Have you ever played a rated A adults game? I don't think I have, Jesse. I don't think there really is any on PlayStation, are there? Hey Pro, I'll be doing a Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough on the channel. I will one day, Thomas. I did one a few years ago, but I could do another one one day. But that's what I say is that, oh, San Fierro exists, I know that. Las Venturas exists, we know that. But I want to see like a focus on building an empire, like building a criminal empire and like on the drugs trade. I want to see that in the next GTA game. There's no more spamming heists.
Hey! Sure.
Okay, let me help here. Oh wait, did I just... Okay. I love the mission pass sound when you're an MC. Yeah. Yeah, because GTA Online heist felt spam for kids. Yeah. And so that's why I want to see something like Scarface, like where you organize a deal. And since it's Vice City, they could do some like islands off the coast of Florida in that game, because Vice City isn't Florida. That is the state where it's called. In San Andreas, it's California. But it's in Vice City it's called Florida, so it's also called Florida. That's the state. Vice City's the city. But it's I want to, you know, I want to see like some big islands off the coast or something like that. You do some like deals and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool. Another thing that bothers me about The Last of Us is that Ellie leaves Dina and JJ to go after Abby. Yep, that's also another part of the story that was a bit ridiculous, Jen. And then, and the thing is, though, she goes after Abby and goes through all of that to, like, not kill Abby at the end. Like, I don't get that. Like, imagine the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, imagine the very end of it, where, like, John just puts away his revolver and he just says, it's not worth it killing Micah, revenge is wrong. like, imagine that if that actually happened at the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. That would not be a good ending. Imagine if, like, Nico, as he's about to kill Dimitri in the revenge ending, Nico just says, you know what, it's not worth it, revenge is wrong, and just walks away. Like, that would just be, that would just be really bad. How do I become a member, Pro? Oh, you'd have to hit the, you would have to hit the join button, Edgy. But you don't have to be a member for me to read your comments, but if you are a member, I do appreciate that. Would you make a video on the top 5 things that the worst things that Tony did? Yeah, I could do something like that. Thank you, JM58. Have I ever seen the Terminator movies? I've seen the old ones. Not the new ones. Okay, 1.5. So powerful, Kotaku 10 out of 10, yep. I'll tell you though, there's two like two examples that I can think of where like characters did not kill the main bad guy at the end, but it worked way better than like The Last of Us 2, and that was like Star Wars. Like notice like at the end of like episode 6 in like Star Wars, like Luke refused to kill Vader and then refused to fight the Emperor, and that was like that was done way better because it made like Darth Vader finally realize just snap out of it and just save Luke, and that scene was just so much better. And then also it was at the end of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, if anybody's ever seen that. Like Aang chose not to kill the Fire Lord at the end, and that made sense, much more just imprisoning him and making him suffer than like than killing him. Like Aang took away his firebending so he couldn't hurt anybody else, but that made way more sense than like The Last of Us 2, where like Ellie just kills like 100-something people to get to Abby and then doesn't kill Abby at the end. But that was just the way it was in The Last of Us 2, which is not good. Given the Bonnie and Clyde theme of GTA 6, I bet there will be plenty of heists, but I do think there will be Empire buildings, judging by the list of interiors in the leaks. I hope so, but the thing is, though, is that we don't know if they're a couple, though. Everybody keeps speculating on that and saying that, like, that the two characters are a couple in the next GTA game, but we don't know that. We don't know. They could just be friends. They could be acquaintances. We don't know exactly their relationship, but a lot of people keep saying that they're a couple. We don't know that. Thank you, though, Nick, for the super chat, but we're gonna have to see, though. I do agree with you, Nick. I'd like to see some like empire building and stuff like that, but we're gonna have to see what the relationship between the two characters is in the next GTA. Am I into horror games? Sometimes. Like, I like the Dark Pictures games, and I like the Outlast games, Eclipse. I also blame Tommy for Ellie leaving Dina and JJ. Well, thank you. Thank you for the super chat, Jen. And it's kind of weird when you were rooting for Tommy to like kill Abby. Like, it was just the developers then at that point didn't do a good job with the story. Should I pre-order Modern Warfare 2 $100 bundle? I ended up getting that one. I just got that one, but I got it mainly because I guess because I was a YouTuber, and I did it for like videos on my channel. But like, what does the the $100 bundle even give you? I pre-ordered like the best bundle. I didn't even read much on it, honestly. But if somebody, I probably I made a stupid purchase. Maybe I should just bought the regular one. But it was let me know, somebody, what is the difference between the $100 Modern Warfare 2 and the regular edition? Can somebody tell me in the comments what the difference is? sparing Darko as well. Oh yeah, like sparing Darko in GTA 4 is clearly the better choice because like Darko has suffered. He's like just a miserable drug addict, and it's like, and also he's asking to be killed. So it's like, and in the end, like Nico realizes that it's not worth it. So that's what I'd like to think that that's. I'd like to think that that's personally canon. But like, the thing is though, is the difference is like Abby had no regrets. So like Abby had no regrets for like just what she did, where like the Darko situation was very different in like GTA 4. Thank you, George. Okay, that's a pretty weird question today. Thank you for the super chat though. What would you think if the main villain of The Last of Us 3 was also cordyceps immune like Ellie, and you had to sacrifice one of them, wrought the cure? I think that would be a bit interesting, suspect also. But the thing is, though, is the vaccine would have never worked. It would have never worked regardless, because there's no such thing as a vaccine against a fungus. There's no cure for a fungus. That's what people don't understand. There's treatments for funguses, sure, but there's no cure for a fungus. There's none. It doesn't exist. And so people like think the vaccine wouldn't have worked. So I honestly, as messed up as this sounds, I think that Joel was right with what he did, because there was no proof that the vaccine was going to work either way. And they were just gonna kill, like, you know, how old was Ellie? Like 14 years old in like Last of Us 1. They were just about to murder like a 14-year-old girl. They didn't even ask her whether she wanted the operation or not. If she wanted it, okay, but they didn't even ask her. They just immediately, like, you know, knocked her out and just started doing the surgery, and you know, that was that. But I will say though that even though the story in The Last of Us 2 was bad, I like the story in The Last of Us 1. But at least it's my opinion. I think the story's bad in my opinion. But it was, I would say the zombies in The Last of Us 2 are like the scariest zombies that I've ever seen in like anything, like movies and games. I would say they definitely are the scariest. Like a whole fungus growing out of your head. I would say that's like, yeah, I would say they're the scariest zombies I've ever seen in like a movie or a game. Definitely.
It's fucking weird. It's like a landing strip in the desert.
There we go. Does anybody need help with a heist? Thank you, Suspect 13 for that super chat earlier. You know, good games. Favorite Metal Gear game? I never really played much of the Metal Gear games, Lack. I did beat Metal Gear Solid 2. That one I did beat a long time ago. But I never really got into them much, though. Yeah, I played Days Gone. Oh yeah, Days Gone. I'll say this: Days Gone was a way better game than The Last of Us 2. Like way better, way better. I enjoyed it so much more than The Last of Us. The gameplay in Days Gone reminded me a bit of The Last of Us 2, but I enjoyed Days Gone way better. I thought Days Gone was just a much better game. It's such a shame that Sony canceled. It's such a shame. It should have been a sequel. I can't believe they canceled the sequel. They really should have had a sequel. Nice jacket, man. Thank you. Okay, just waiting for business to start here. Yeah, I've watched South Park before. I'm doing good, Aussie guy. How are you, man? How many platinum trophies do we have? 48. Okay, are you selling the business? TJ, I'm ready whenever you are here. Is it stressful owning a rental? That's a good question there. Not really. The family that I have are good people. You know, they don't cause any issues. So I would say no, not really. You know, if you have good people, you don't really gotta worry about much stuff. Hey, professional, what's the worst part about celebrities? The worst part about celebrities? How they think they're smarter than the average person. Like, celebrities a lot of times have like this entitlement mentality behind them, and they think that because they're celebrities that people should automatically listen to them. Just because, like, you're an actor or a musician, that doesn't make you qualified to talk in other fields. I mean, you can have an opinion, sure, I'm not denying that, but it's just, they think that they're experts talking about something because they're a musician or an actor or something like that. That's stupid. Not every celebrity is arrogant. I understand, but like a lot of celebrities have that issue though, unfortunately. I'm good, thanks. Have you been watching the new episodes of South Park? I would watch the new episodes, but I don't use Paramount Plus. Oh, okay, Aussie guy. No, I haven't been watching the new episodes of South Park. Is South Park even on Hulu? I have Hulu, but I don't, Do you think the U.S. is becoming less religious? Yeah. It generally happens to, it's generally just a common occurrence, is that, this society becomes just, over the years, as people become less religious. It just happens. Thank you, Suspect13, for the super chat. The U.S. was never religious. Well, America historically was, I would say, somewhat religious. The founding fathers, like the founding fathers like Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, John Adams, they were not religious people at all. They were deists. They actually did not really like discussing religion. So it was the people who founded the country were not religious at all. But I would say the public was somewhat religious throughout history. Hey, professional, I'm new here. My friend told me about you. Well, thank you, thank you for stopping by, Alpha. Thank you for subscribing, Carlos. Oh. Get right through here. The GTA 6 leaks, I don't really have the problem with, I don't have a problem with the characters nor really the setting. Remember when Facebook announced San Andreas VR for Oculus VR headset? Wonder whatever happened to that. So it's not coming out, right, Peanut? I'd love to play San Andreas again. If San Andreas VR came out, I don't do VR games, but I definitely do a playthrough of that. But what happened to that? It's not coming out, Peanut. Thank you for the super chat. Pro, if you get another rental property, what if you have rude tenants? Well, if you have rude tenants, then I wouldn't sign a lease with them. You would try to get to know the people before you sign a lease with them. Because once you sign a lease with them, you can't really do much at that point. You can't kick somebody out for being rude. But that's why, when somebody's signing the lease, try to talk to the person, see what they're like. If you have, if they're giving you, a bad attitude, you by no means have to sign a lease with them. Also, what I would recommend is that if you own a rental property, make sure that you take pictures of the house. Like, the entire house, like, everything. And document it. Like, everything in the building. Like, you don't have to go crazy, but, generally take pictures of the rooms. And just, and that way, that your tenants cannot blame you for stuff later on. Like, when stuff gets destroyed or something like that, or they move out and something's, like a hole in the wall or something like that, just so they can't blame you for that, later on. But I'll tell you, one of the best advice that I can give you if you want to be a landlord, the best advice that I can give you is do not, and this is repeat, do not, never do this. Don't cover the utilities. Don't. If you are the landlord, do not ever cover the utilities. Don't do it. If you want to be nice, you can cover you can pay for lawn care, so you can have their lawn cut and you could have the driveway shoveled at your expense. But do not pay for their utilities. And what I mean by utilities is I mean don't pay for water, gas, or heat for them. And the reason that I say that is because if you're paying the bill for utilities, people are going to abuse that. They are. If you're paying for their electricity, they will leave the lights on all the time. They'll figure, oh, I don't have to turn off the lights because I'm not paying for it. They will leave the they'll leave the air condition on, AC on all day, even if they leave, if they travel, even if they go to another place, they travel across the country or something like that, they'll leave lights on, electricity on, and they'll just leave stuff running, and your utility bills will go through the roof. So that's what I say is people, if people aren't paying for something, they're gonna use it like crazy, and so that's why I would recommend not paying for utilities, because people would abuse that. What happens if you cover the utilities? Like I said, people will use it like crazy. If somebody has a heist, invite me to it. I'd love to do a heist right now. Crashed a little bit here. Oh, I own a rental property, like a house, and I rent it out to people. And so that's why I say is don't ever pay for utilities, because people will abuse that if you do. Well, that's not really bad, JBK, to do that, because hotels are very overpriced a lot of times, and so if you're only there for maybe a few days at most, it's not really gonna do much. But imagine you having tenants, right? And your tenants go to work, and they leave most of the lights on in the house all day, like, you know, stuff like that. They are not paying for the electricity, so they don't feel like turning it off, and then your utility bills are gonna go through the roof. Looking handsome, well, thank you. Oh, anybody who has me added can join.
So, I guess we have a sale. Transfer.
Can we do a, does anyone want to do a heist right now? I'd like to do a heist, if possible. If you have a bad tenant, couldn't you get rid of them by raising the price super high? You can't, Nick. You can't do that. When you have a lease with somebody, the lease states that, like, for most people do a lease for a year. So the lease is going to state that the rent is going to be that price of the year. You can't raise rent on people. You can't do that. You would be breaking the lease by doing so. Basically, to get rid of a bad tenant, all you have, it depends on the situation. It depends on what they're doing exactly. If they're just being if they're being nasty to you and giving you an attitude, you know, there's not really much you can do about that. You really can't do anything about that. If they're damaging property, if they are, you know, causing a disturbance with other neighbors, then you have more of a case. It depends on the situation. It really depends on the situation. Depends what's in your lease also. If they're not paying rent, you know, that's, you know, one of the reasons for, like, you know, eviction. But then depending on where you live, it could take some time to evict. That's also, like, a thing. But the easiest way to get rid of bad tenants, like, the easiest way to do it, is that just wait it out until the lease expires. And then when the lease expires, just tell them to move out. They can't do anything. It's your house, and when the lease expires, you don't have to renew a lease with them. You can just tell them, I want you out, and that's it. So that's, like, that's what I would just say. If you have bad tenants, just wait out the lease with them. Just handle however long you got left, and then the second the lease ends, you just tell them to leave. That's it. So that's, like, you have to give them, like, some time to move out, obviously, but it's you don't have to renew with them again. So that's what I would say about you know, that's probably the best way to get rid of a bad tenant. How do you go about terminating leases? Well, I've never had an issue where I've had to terminate a lease. You know, I've only been doing this for, like, you know, half a year right now. So it's I've been running a lease for, like, half a year. So it's just what just happened?
Okay, they're expecting these chips today, so get over there in the group sex van.
What the?
Unless you're total idiots, you'll walk in
What?
without any problems.
Wait,
Seeing you dressed up like that makes me feel all fuzzy.
what just happened?
It's like your kids putting on their uniforms for their first day at school.
Okay.
I don't have kids. Just some pretty basic AI experiments that swear at me in Russian and want to destroy the world. You know, we all
Hey,
are our own ways.
professional, I've been watching you since your GTA days. You make amazing content. Will you make playthroughs of Call of Duty World at War one day? I tried to do World at War in the past, Nicholas, but when I tried to do it in the past, I got striked by YouTube, unfortunately, so hopefully it doesn't happen. I want to do it again, but, yeah. I want to play World at War one day. What if they're doing illegal things like selling drugs in the house? Would it be possible to terminate a lease then? Yeah. Yeah, that would be, if they're breaking the law, that's, you know, grounds for terminating a lease. It depends on what's in the lease exactly. It depends on what it is exactly. Like, you know, them getting a parking ticket, like, you know, if they parked in front of a fire hydrant in front of your house or something like that, they're not, you know, that's not really grounds for, like, evicting somebody. But if somebody's, like, you know, dealing drugs out of your house, yeah, you could bring it as a case. That's, like, that is something to, like, you know, get somebody out of a house for. Wait, what just happened?
What?
I might be a landlord one day. It just seems very risky. Look, if being a landlord is a great business opportunity, because the thing is, though, with being a landlord, you're not really ever going to lose money. The only time you're gonna lose money as being a landlord is when you don't rent out and when somebody somebody trashes your house. But then in that case, you have insurance and you also have like documentation that they were the ones who did it. But being a landlord is a great business because no matter what, even 100 years from now, there's still gonna be landlords, even 100 years from now. And that is because people are always gonna need some place to live. Always. And so they're constantly looking for places to live, constantly looking for places to rent out. So being a landlord is a great way to build some passive income. And if you have nice tenants, you're all set. Hey Pro, my mom handles bad tenants. She goes to court to get an eviction notice. It's the law in my state. Well, I'll tell you though, in New York, where I grew up, because I grew up in a rental property when I was a kid, but it wasn't, my parents didn't rent, my parents owned the property. And so my parents owned like a small apartment building, and the small apartment building that my parents, my grandmother had purchased it in the 1970s when she came to this country. And so the building had 4 units in it, and we lived on the ground floor. We had tenants we had one tenant below us, a lower floor, and then we had two tenants above. And we had like one tenant, this couple. They would not pay rent at all. Like they refused. They didn't give a specific reason. They wouldn't, and it took months and months for my parents to take them to court. And when my parents finally took them to court, they moved out like the day before their court date. And so they screwed my parents out of rent, and we weren't able to find them, and stuff like that happens. But it's because I blame New York State for that. I do. Because the New York laws were just so bureaucratic and just so stupid that it took these people were living in the house for months not paying rent, and New York City kept delaying the trial. They were just being very unhelpful. So that's pretty much what I would say about that. I blame New York for that. Am I in a public lobby right now? I gotta check. Oh, it's an invite-only lobby. Huh. So yeah, you got stupid, desperate people. You guys saw that just then. You guys saw what just happened right there. I was in an invite-only session, and I didn't invite anybody, and yet he joined and hit me with that cannon. You know how he did that? It's a glitch. So they can't do it in friends-only sessions. But man, what a loser. That's just what I say. Like, what a loser. Like he's like watching the stream, like waiting for the moment. Oh, he's finally in invite-only session. I gotta join orbital cannon him really quick. Like, man, what a loser. Just sitting in the facility, just think like, how much of a loser do you gotta be to do something like that? To like wait to the second I get into an invite-only session, like just watching the stream the entire time, and then just glitch in and just hit me with like an orbital cannon. I mean, what a loser. That is what I'll say about that. My God. The war in Ukraine hasn't really affected gas prices really much in America. That's, for a variety of other things. They affect it more in Europe. But food prices could be affected by that because Ukraine produces a lot of bread in the world. I hope that horrible conflict ends soon. Would you ever want to live in the San Francisco Bay Area? No, I wouldn't. Suspect 13. I wouldn't want to live in San Francisco because San Francisco is unaffordable. I'm sorry. No offense to anybody that's living there. Property is just way too high. It's way too expensive to buy property. Even bad property is too expensive, and even taxes are too high. No, I wouldn't want to live there personally. No. I've been thinking about buying a home once the housing market crashes. I'd live there and rent out the extra bedrooms till I get married and start a family. Well, Nick, is the glitch happening again? Great, it's happening again. Wonderful.
So get over there in the group 6, man. Unless you're total idiots, you'll walk in without any problems.
Yeah, this is just ridiculous. The glitch is happening again.
It's like your kids putting on their uniforms for their first day at school.
Okay, getting over to the van.
Just some pretty basic AI experiments that swear at me in Russian and want to destroy the world. We all love in our own ways. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Let's rob this thing.
Stupid glitch here. Yeah, but I'm actually kind of surprised by that. I just think how much of a loser do you have to be to to literally watch my stream for 2 hours or however long he was watching, not even to like participate or hang out in the stream, where you're just watching for like the moment that I accidentally step into the wrong lobby just to orbital cannon me. That's just, man, that's just desperate. That's just, next Modern Warfare 3 video will be tonight. But what I was gonna say about you, Nick, earlier is what I was gonna say, Nick, is that if you are living in the same house as the people that you rent out to, that's a little bit different, because you're gonna have a lot of communication with those people. You're gonna see those people every day, and so make sure that the people that you rent out with are good people. You know, it'd probably be best if you got friends. If you got friends, you know, that'd probably be best because you get along with them already. But like, you don't know who the people are that you're gonna rent out to. Like, imagine you rent out like another room in your house, right? And that person blasts music all day or something like that, you know, or does something else that's really stupid. So that's just what I'll say, is that there's
Drive in past the garage entrance and follow the road to the racetrack. The tunnel entrance is under the bridge.
How did I buy the Scarface game on PC? Oh, I bought that on Amazon.
Don't forget, you are private security, like a cop who couldn't pass the
I just find this so weird. I never knew about this trick, that if you go through the bikers, like, it's just, that I didn't know about. The problem with the place I work at is that they don't care about the, their employees. We had to work on Saturday till 3. Most of the day was gone by then. Is this the same store that you're working at, Jen? What was the update with your coworker that got injured?
Now play it cool. You're doing your usual day-to-day delivery job. You've done this 1,000 times.
You're earlier than expected. Just gonna check your VI number? Chip delivery, huh? Sure. Go straight through and leave her on the left. You can take the elevator or stairs down to the vault.
Can we get some more GTA 5 lore? Sure, Christopher. I'll do a, I'll do more, GTA 5,
Remember, inconspicuous.
I'll do a video on Michael and Trevor and the North Yankton crew. I wanted to do something like that.
Next security check's coming up. You can do this. You keep her cool. Don't be nervous, you know?
Howdy. You looking for the vault? Right up ahead.
Y'all here for the vault, yeah? Alright, you're gonna need your key cards to get into the man trap there. 2-card system. Swipe at the same time.
Okay, do it.
Yes! Come on! How much better does it feel when the marks are this dumb?
Okay, I'm gonna get the left side of the vault.
Going! Okay, so far so bueno. Push on to the vault.
Have I ever visited LA? No.
Oh, you're here. Why didn't they say something? Man, they never tell me nothing, you know? I'll get it open for you.
Oh, well,
Okay.
you would have to ask Pearson about that. I don't know that Alizé.
Ain't much getting through here. There.
Bingo! We have struck gold! Good news, seeing as we stayed under the
Okay,
radar,
3
we have a
people.
little
I
more
think
time
we'll be
here.
able to,
Now, your hacker can block the security sensors while you're in the vault, but only for a while. If the system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm as a failsafe. And, did I mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent? No? Okay, well, I'm mentioning it now. If you're making good time in there, try getting into some of the lock boxes.
Okay. Got this. There we go on that, okay. There we go. Opened. Okay. Get all of these here. Fuel and grocery prices have been affected here in Australia. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear about that Aussie guy. Yeah, but it's like, hopefully that a lot of countries in the world stop relying on Russian oil, Russian gas. But thank you for the super chat. The Russian government has been using their gasoline to constantly try to blackmail countries, and now hopefully a lot of countries now look to buy gas from other countries instead of Russia. I work in a DA warehouse, and on a Monday, a coworker was suspended for his attendance recorder. If he misses another day, he will be fired. Huh? Was there a reason for that though? Jen? Okay, let's just get out of here. Here we go. Oh, nothing. Okay.
20 seconds left. Don't dawdle.
We're good.
Perfect. Now get out before they smell a rat. In and out undetected. Who'd have thought it? People, that is the mother lode. We cleaned them out.
Why do some countries buy gas from Russia and not other places? Because the Russian gas has been cheap, and so that's why I think it was personally like a bad idea for like a lot of European countries to be reliant on that. I know Poland, my parents' country, they're not as affected because Poland has been getting gas from the Scandinavian countries, and so Poland the
fella on the vault door? How'd he look?
Yeah, I'm trying to talk. I wish you could mute some of these characters sometimes. But like the Polish government saw this, didn't want to be dependent on Russia for gas, and so they've been trying to look into other sources to buy gas for some time.
Okay, I need you to stay calm. They've seen what you did to the vault, and now the whole place is locking down fast. They know you're still in the building. Just keep moving and keep quiet. Time to change your outfits. We need a fresh start if you're gonna make it out of here under the radar. Very sharp. Now relax, channel your inner self-important douchebag, and waltz right through the front door. They're closing in on us. We need
No.
to
Oh,
pick up the pace.
Ooh, that was
Security is
close.
sweeping the whole building. Stay one step ahead, or this whole thing goes south.
I liked WWE when I was a kid. I don't really like it anymore.
The cops aren't letting anybody through the perimeter, so you'll have to do that the old-fashioned way.
Okay, here we go. I'm sorry about the mods. He calls in all the time without any vacation days. Oh, so he's like, so then he's like you're saying he's like a lazy worker, like he's constantly calling out? Thank you for subscribing.
You're looking good, but don't push your luck. Stay away from the cops. You should avoid the bulk of the cops this way. The only thing that matters is making it to your ride. Remember, they know the vault's been hit, but they don't know who you are or where you are. They have patrols sweeping the whole place, and all the civilians have been evacuated. So if they see you, they'll know it's
I don't have a
you.
bag anymore.
So
This is
just
weird.
stay out of their way, keep your cool, and get to the buyer. The driver has the getaway car in position. I've pinged you the GPS. Get to the buyer, don't bring the cops, and we're home free.
You got a new subscriber. Well, thank you, Buggy. A lot of it is due to the Green New Deal policies. The U.S. has oil, but we instead rely on Russia, Venezuela, and Saudi Arabia. Yeah, and that's, I mean, I personally don't understand why America doesn't use more of its oil reserves. Like, America has so much gasoline in Alaska, but yet it buys gasoline from so many other countries. And, this is, you know, this is also, like, you know, why it's important not to be, like, dependent on one country, for most of your natural resources, and especially like this. Like, and this isn't the first time that, like, you know, this whole Russian gas thing has happened. The Russian government has blackmailed countries for a long time, like, over gas. But, like, this war, like, with this thing, so many countries are gonna learn not to be dependent on Russian gasoline anymore. And that's pretty much the Russian government's only card at this point, is just the gasoline. And when other countries aren't gonna be buying gasoline from them, they're gonna lose the vast majority of their money, and they're not gonna have, like, you know, this power anymore. And that's gonna go really bad for them. But I hope that every country that was, like, dependent on Russian gas gets off Russian gas. Damn NPC cars. I think GTA is being very glitchy right now. It is, JM. Thank you for the super chat. About to lose the cops here. Kirsten, are you getting a helicopter? Oh no. Oh my god, that's just stupid. They literally spawned right up the street from me. That was so stupid. Oh, I was about to lose the cops too. Right about to lose them too. I was so close to losing them. And the cops spawned right in front of me. That was a stupid spawn. Just go, Pierston. I don't need a pickup. About to lose the cops any moment here now. I know exactly where this is too, how to get there. Okay, lost him. Good work. Here we go. My favorite side character in the GTA series? Favorite side character. In GTA 4, my favorite side character was probably Phil. I just liked him a lot. In the 3D GTAs, I'd say probably, yeah, Phil Cassidy. Probably the best one. And Phil Bell in GTA 4. Me personally, I'm a truck and motorcycle guy. Don't care for the luxury BS. I'm kind of with you. I'm not much into trucks. I like motorcycles too. I mean, I don't drive in real life, but it's I used to have one a long time ago, like 8 years ago. I did, but I got rid of it because I was just scared of stupid drivers on the road. I barely drove it though. But I see more of a vehicle as like a point to get me from point A to point B. It doesn't have to be anything luxurious. Oh, I had a Ninja 250 when I did, that was like 2014. It was a long time ago. Would I drive a motorcycle in a private lot parking? Sure. I would have to relearn though. I didn't drive it in so long. I remember there was the clutch, there was the shift with your legs. It was like 8 years ago. I forgot most of it, but I do remember the clutch, the gear shift with the legs, and that. But hey, Pro, I wanted to thank you. Back in the day, I followed your guys, and now I'm about to break 100 million, possibly next time I play. Well, thank you, Courtney Elizabeth. I gotta do that because you can get a copyright claim there. Okay, so I guess we'll probably wrap up the stream. What is a good price for a rental property? It depends on what you're looking for. That's a very vague question though, Bat. It depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what state you are in also. Like, I personally like 4-bedroom houses because those, you know, have the potential to get the most rental income from them. But it depends on where you live. How old are you? I'm 28. Plug in your controller, battery's low. I will after the stream. Thank you, JM58. Will I ever do a cosplay in LA Noire? Yeah, I could do LA Noire one day. Thank you, Paul, for the super chat. My favorite Call of Duty character, minus Captain Price. I'd say Captain Price or Reznov. Black Ops 1 playthrough? Yeah, I could do that one day. East Coast or West Coast? Really no preference. Yeah, it's just a shame that they ruined Johnny, though. But I guess we'll be wrapping up the stream here. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please drop a like. If you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I now live in the Midwest. If you guys enjoyed the stream, please do drop a like. It does help me and the channel out a bit. And I'll still stick around for 1 or 2 minutes and escape and answer any questions. Did Jerry escape in the GTA Lost Prison breakout? No, I don't think he did. Do I think Rockstar will do some kind of GTA 6 reveal soon? No, probably not. Probably not for a few more months. This guy joined in again. Invite only session. Yeah, guys, get out of that lobby. That stupid guy was in there again.
Hey,
man, what a loser. He
my
has to
face,
follow me to
amigo?
lobbies like that.
Re-fucking-member it, I'm your goddamn boss.
Would you be mad if someone copied my GTA character? People already copy my GTA characters. I don't care. Oh, oops, sorry. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what some people's problem is, guys. I really don't. I help people out in this game. I'd like to think that I'm a chill and not toxic guy. I mean, I think you guys agree with that. But it's just, I don't know why some people are looking for a problem with me constantly, like that. Follow me lobby to lobby and then send me messages like that. Menendez was an interesting antagonist. How do I find people to help me sell? The easiest way to find people to help you sell is you do this. Message the people on the phone in GTA in the lobby, in this public session, and just say, hey, do you need help selling anything? If you help me sell, I'll help you sell. And make sure if they help you, you help them back. That's, that would just help you out a lot. You're a very calm guy and seem really cool. I don't know why people feel the need to do that. Yeah, I don't know why. Thanks for helping me make 100 million. No problem. And I have a great money guide coming out. Coming out probably within a few weeks, but then I have a lore video coming out soon, another one. But be warned, guys, there's a glitch where people can join you if you're in an invite-only session. If you're in a friend session, they can't join you. Well, I will be getting off here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this stream. And I want to stream Vice City Stories. I want to start doing a Vice City Stories stream this week. We got to finish 100% completion because I never got 100% completion of Vice City Stories, and we should do that. We did Liberty City Stories 100% on this channel streams. We did Scarface 100%, Saints Row the Third 100%, and we did what was the other one? GTA 3 100%. And Vice City. So now Vice City Stories. But thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys had a nice stream. I will have a lore video sometime in the week for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys. And thank you, Eric, for the super chat.